I'm a Wiradjuri person and I am very humbled to be the next Chief Executive Officer for Derbarl Yerrigan. Can I acknowledge the elders here today and the elders that can't be here with us and the elders that have passed before us. They have paved the way for us in terms of the important things that we're doing in community as Aboriginal community controlled organisations. Can I acknowledge Yorgum and their CEO, Laurel Sellers, who I do want to acknowledge is having some sorry business and can't be here, but certainly our thoughts and love is with Laurel and the family at this time. But Yorgum, along with Wungening, Daniel, are doing some great work to lay the foundations for building strength on what must be somewhere in the order of 100 years, or close to 100 years of combined experience across the three organisations in Aboriginal health and wellbeing. And Daniel looking forward to working much more closer with Wungening and Yorgum Derbarl on what we can do through strength and unity in the community. Suicide and suicide prevention is of course very important areas of work that we work on. The fact that Aboriginal people living on Noongar Budja experience the highest levels of unemployment, of poverty, of homelessness, and of health and mental health distress is a cause for significant concern. All of those things combined as precursors to people's mental health and well-being, housing, education, family connection to culture. If done differently, we would be able to start to turn, with the right resources, start to turn the impacts of not just colonial impacts today, but the intergenerational impacts of colonisation. And I want to just acknowledge Uncle Jim as well, and Yokai and the work for stolen generations as something that's really vital in the community, and have been behind the force to get the state government to come up with a better approach, with an approach full stop to recognising the impact of stolen generations in WA as one of the states that saw it first and encountered its most brutal impacts on communities, finally getting recognition and reparation for stolen generations. I also just want to single out briefly the work that needs to be done for our young people, our children and young people entering the out-of-home care system and the juvenile justice system and the adult system. But we clearly must insist that government work with us in genuine partnership to design better opportunities, better responses to babies and children and young people who find themselves, in the position of being impacted by abuse or neglect, full stop, but also encountering the justice system. This is a crisis, and we should be treating it as a crisis for those young people, those children and young people who go into out-of-home care and don't get the services. It's in crisis. They don't get the services that they deserve, and they deserve a lot better, and they certainly don't deserve to be in the state's prisons and being treated the way that they're being treated. So I want to call that out and acknowledge the suffering that takes place in these facilities. Thank you for the opportunity to address you this morning, and thanks for turning up. It's a lovely day, isn't it? We picked the best day, I think, for this, and I know we've got a great feed a little bit later, I think. We've got a feed? Yep. Yes, of course. I think now this is where I welcome Daniel.